Cecil.tv presents another episode of Cecil Weekly.
Hi, welcome to another installment of Cecil Weekly. I'm your host, Rob Chirnside. Tonight we have with us Mike Welker, newly elected president of the Cecil County Democrats Club. Welcome, Mike.
Thank you.
Welcome to Cecil.tv.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Well, we're glad you're here. Tell us about the Cecil County Democrats Club.
Well, the Cecil County Democrats Club, we've been active for years and years. We've been around the Cecil County area for a long time. We live in a very red county, red district, all the way down to the lower eastern shores is dark red, but we are trying to make it a little bit more purple and maybe even blue. Currently, you know, we get involved in the community in any way that we can. We have a highway cleanup project that we work on every spring, and we continue that into the fall. Every September, we have our annual pig roast to raise money for Cecil College students. This past year, we gave to 5 students from each, it was 1 student from each high school in the county. We gave them $250 for scholarship to the school.
Nice, towards college.
Yeah.
That's great.
So I myself am also a college student, so we all know that, you know, college is expensive, and we try to do everything we can to help further the education of the county. Because education is probably one of the most important things that we can invest in. So, you know, we get involved that way with the community through, you know, donating to local organizations to help them out. We do what we can.
And Mike, correct me if I'm wrong, there's the Cecil County Democrats Club gives the scholarships and all that.
Yeah.
But there's also a subgroup called the Cecil County Young Democrats?
Yes, there is. So the Cecil County Young Democrats has been around on and off since about the 70s. It was started back early 70s, I believe. Was active for a number of years and it kind of dissolved. And then a couple years ago it popped back up again and didn't gain any traction because there was only one person doing it. So now we're trying to start it again. Me and my wife, a number of other people are working together. We have events fairly often to try to get young voters enticed in our county.
Enticed, as it were, to vote and to be involved in
to get involved in politics, and even if you don't get involved in politics, get involved in some sort of local community, even if it's volunteering at some sort of shelter. Just get involved in the community somehow. The millennial vote has become one of the most coveted votes, especially in this past election that we just come out of. If you look at the maps, if only millennial votes counted, then about only 5 of the states would have gone red. So
red being Republican.
Right, yeah, being Republican, yes. So we want to get the millennial vote. We want to bring it up in our county. We want to get people between the ages of 18, 25, even up to 39 is how high we go in age, to get active, get the word out there that their vote matters, their vote counts. We want them to know that they're being heard. You know, a lot of times millennials feel like they're getting shoved aside. So we want them to know, no, we account for 31% of the vote. We need to be heard. We want you to get out and vote, and that's what we're trying to do.
That's significant, 31%.
Yeah.
Yes.
We account for more than the baby boomers now.
So I kind of had a question in mind regarding the functions of the Cecil County Young Democrats. You sort of alluded to that.
Yeah, so we work in tandem with the Democrat Club. There's not really much difference between us except that we focus specifically on younger votes. We want to get them out there. We want to get these young students or young people engaged in some way. So the Cecil County Democrat Club, the main group, encompasses just about everything, and then we have our subgroup, the Young Democrats, that's just for the young votes, because that group is so important that it constitutes having its own group to follow it, to take care of it.
Yeah, 31%.
So, yeah.
Very significant. So we had an election, 2016 election, and Democrats didn't really, across the board, do all that well.
Yeah.
How does that impact your efforts with the Young Democrats and just Democrats in general?
So one of the toughest things that we face, as I had stated, we are a very Republican county. I mean, we had until 2014, we had a Democratic delegate, Dave Rudolph. He lost. And I believe we had Cradaville. You know, we've had Democrats in office locally for, you know, periodically. But lately, especially this past election, we went red. We went Republican. And we want to be able to work across the aisle. We want to be able to bring everybody together and try to get more Democrats in our area. It's going to be tough. We have our work cut out for us, and especially in the with how divisive our country became, and you even see it in our local community. We need to bring them back together somehow, and that's what being not only a young Democrat, but just a Democrat in general, that's going to be on my group to help make that happen in our county.
Well, every 4 years there's an election, a big election. So in the interim, I guess you're probably going to try and convince young voters and people in general that the Democratic Party approach is something that could benefit the Cecil County citizenry. Any ideas along those lines?
So right now we're looking to 2018 to the midterm elections. The midterm elections, Cecil County is split into 3 districts. We have 35A, 35B, and 36 for Maryland House of Delegates. That's our next big election in our county. All of them are held. There's a total of 5 seats, 3 in 36, 1 in 35A, and there's 1 or 2 in 35B. I don't remember on that one. All of them are held by Republicans right now. We want to get some Democrats in there, get some blue representation in there. So that's only 2 years away. We need to prove to the county that we are the party for the working people, that we are here for everybody, not just for the rich and not just for the poor. We're here for the middle class working family as well. We're here for the rural community because we have a lot of farmers in the area. We need to listen to everything that they're saying. They're making their voices heard that they're unhappy with politics as usual. They're unhappy with how their health care is being handled, everything like that. And we need to come together and work with them on a solution and really bring them all together. So that way we can take back at least a couple of the seats and move forward to taking back the presidency in 2020.
Yeah, well, that's a cause.
Yeah, it's huge.
It sounds like you're willing to embrace that cause.
Yeah, I mean, between the Young Democrats and the regular Democrat Club, we have a huge following. We have a huge group of people that we can make this happen. The current board on the Democrat Club, they did a really awesome job these last 2 years, and now it's a new board is coming in, so we're going to keep the momentum moving forward.
So moving forward 2 years, what's your next big move, and how can people get in touch with you or join up? Or
So they can actually contact us if they go onto Facebook and look up Cecil County Democrat Club on Facebook. They can find us on there. They can contact us there very easily. And if you don't have a Facebook, if you Google the Cecil County Democrat Club, it'll come up. It's a Wix, W-I-X website. I can actually find that for you and give that to you guys later if you want to put it somewhere. But it's really easy to find us online. And then you can go ahead and contact us, or if you want to shoot us an email to cecilcountydemocratclub@gmail.com, you can get in touch with us.
Excellent. So upcoming events would also be on that website.
Yeah, there are a lot of upcoming events. One of the big events that we have right now, I don't know if anyone, I imagine you have if you've been on social media. The day after inauguration, there's supposed to be this huge kind of harking back to the Million Women March of the 90s. Another one of those coming up the day after inauguration. We have actually reserved a bus to fit 50 seats to take people down there, and people are already reserving seats left and right to get down to DC to make their voices heard. So we have that coming up in January, and then periodically we have events that we let people know about on there.
Well, that's good marching weather in January because it'll be cold.
Yeah, bundle up because it'll be brisk.
Well, good luck in all your efforts, Mike. Thank you very much.
Not a problem. Thanks.
Now we're in for a real treat. Our next guest is Bennett Spotts, who will be singing in an upcoming production of A Mall and the Night Visitors. Bennett, welcome to Cecil Weekly.
Thanks, it's good to be here.
Tell us about your singing, this upcoming production, and we'll get into a little bit about Bennett, too.
Okay. A friend of mine who I've known for a few years, she had this idea to get a bunch of her friends together and put on an opera. And it's just going to be performed at 2 close churches in the area the first weekend in December, the 8th and the 11th of December. It'll be performed.
Coming up pretty soon.
Yeah. And it's a small cast, and it's a pretty short show. It's just it's a small production, but I can say I've been in an opera. Yeah.
So I recall, as a small child in downstate Delaware, seeing A Mall and the Night Visitors. I liked it as a small child. I don't remember what it's about. What is it about?
Well, it's a fictional story, but it's kind of inspired by. It happens around the time of Christ's birth and the story of Christmas, and it's about this boy and his mother, and they're very poor, and the three kings from the story of Christmas pass by their house and ask to stay for the night. And so the story is just about the boy Amal meeting these kings, and how he views what's going on.
So Amal was actually hosting the We Three Kings of Orient are.
Yes.
Oh, that sounds like a great story. And what is your part in that production?
I'm one of the kings.
Okay. That sounds wonderful. So you have a crown and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's.
And this is, Bennett, is your first opera appearance?
Yeah, it's
Do
the
you
first
think you'll
official.
move in that direction?
Yeah, because I've done musicals and things, and after high school, because I went to pursue singing with my life, and I was kind of trying to decide whether I should go more an opera route or like a regular musical theater, and I'm going to try and study opera first, at least, and then if I don't like it, I'll switch to the other, just so that I can try and get the best vocal training I can get.
For sure. Now, do you have a school in mind that you have applied to, or?
Well, I've applied to a couple schools. The school I'd really love to go to is Eastman School of Music in Rochester.
Rochester, New York.
Yes.
Well, good luck with that. I'm sure people will enjoy the production. I'm sure this will just get you started on your career path to becoming a world famous opera singer. But tell me a little bit about yourself. What do you do besides singing?
Well, music. I played saxophone.
Nice.
But yeah, music really is most of my life. I'm not very good at anything else. So
that has a familiar ring to it.
so yeah, I decided I might as well pursue the thing I'm good at. So yeah, I sing in choir and stuff. I just got back from Texas the other day. I was there for this all-national choir.
Nice.
So yeah, we went for like half a week and rehearsed every day and put on a performance for the public.
Tell our viewers how they can go see your upcoming production. You said it's December 8th and 11th of Amal and the Night Visitors. Where is it being held, and how do people go about getting tickets or doing whatever they need to do to see you perform?
Well, it's the performance on December 8th is at Bethany Presbyterian Church, I think is the name of it. It's near Oxford. And then the performance on the 11th is at Oxford Presbyterian Church. And I believe you can just get tickets at the door. There's a phone number, I don't know. I'll let you know.
And I think there's, I think I saw something online about that production. So, the 8th, the 11th, both in Oxford, Pennsylvania,
Yes.
and I'm sure you'll just tear it up.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good luck to you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And now, the Discover Cecil portion of Cecil Weekly. Our special guest tonight to talk and play some music is my old friend, Trevor Biggers. Trevor, welcome.
How you doing, Rob?
I'm doing great. And I think you're doing pretty well, too. You just recently won an award with up in Wilmington at Music Armageddon with your band, Susquehanna Floods. Why don't you tell our viewers about that?
Well, it's been a bit of a whirlwind. We competed. We had 2 rounds that we had to go through. Well, it was only 1 round. It was the first round and then the actual competition. So we played at Kelly's Logan House in Wilmington, Delaware. We played against 3 other really good bands. They played their hearts out just like us. We got to pass on. It was months until Music Armageddon came around, and then all of a sudden it felt like it was there. We practiced, the guys, they rehearsed till our fingers bled. Just trying to get down. We found out we had 25 minutes, and we wanted to make sure that we can get as much of our own music in there as possible. So we got it down. It was either no less than 20, no more than 25. We had it at like 24 minutes and 30 seconds. So we had to tell the sound guys, like, don't cut us off. We've got this. And came out. The first judge actually owns the Logan House, I believe, or he's involved some way. And he said, I'll be booking you guys. So
Awesome.
that was a good feeling. The one judge, Joe Trainer, he told us that we were one dirty brothel away from being a swamp band. I was like, that sounds cool. I don't know what you mean by that, but it sounds awesome.
What, did he provide directions or anything?
No. No, he just kind of, one of these things, right down there. Our fans, we had a lot of people come out and supported us, which helped because it was part crowd vote. And at the end of the night, we played really, really well, and we took the title.
That's excellent. And you played all original music up in Wilmington at the World Cafe Live?
No, this was actually at the Baby Grand.
Oh, at the Baby Grand.
The Baby Grand's the one that hosted the Music Armageddon. World Cafe Live was just this past Friday, but that was the.
And this is the article.
Yep, Changing Tides for the Susquehanna Floods. I thought it was a really cool title. Susquehanna Floods and all that stuff.
And this is the Wilmington Publication Entertainment.
Out and About magazine. Yep, they did a little spread on us. You could pick it up anywhere they have it. I know the Logan House has it. World Cafe has it. I'm sure it's around Wilmington. It's a Wilmington-based magazine.
I want to get you to autograph this eventually.
All right.
So I've known you for quite a while, Trevor. I remember when you first started playing music, and you've really come a long way. And I've heard your band for quite a long time. It's a great band. In fact, I was up there Friday night at World Cafe, saw the Susquehanna Floods, and you guys really put on a great show.
Thank you.
What's next?
Well, with the prize package, we ended up getting some recording time with Tribe Sound Studio. We're going to try and get in there and do a live EP. Right now, we've got a rougher live EP. We wanted to get some stuff out there so people can actually hear us. We're kind of ghostly in the aspect that all of our original stuff isn't out. We rehearsed and we played. That's what we've always done. Kind of a little bit of road dogs. We're trying to stretch our legs a little more and get out. We kind of have a year plan coming up. But with the prize package, we're going to try and get some merchandise, Space Boy clothing in Wilmington. The Moon Loop Studio is going to be doing a photo session of us. We're going to do the recording. Some interesting things, some busy things coming up, but ultimately at the end of the year, not this year, but the prior year.
The coming year.
We're going to try and... Yeah, after next summer.
Right.
So in the next spring, we're going to try and hit the road, tour around. We've met some bands that have played around the United States, and we might try and tag up with them and just get to travel around with your best friends, play music. What I like to live.
Webster's defines that as living the dream. That's excellent.
Yes, sir.
What's coming up next locally? Where you're going to be playing, so our viewers might want to come out and catch you somewhere, or how can they find out where you're playing? Things like that.
All the social media outlets. We're on Facebook, /the Susquehanna Floods. We're on Instagram. We have our rough EP right now on SoundCloud. You can listen to 6 songs, or the 6 songs that we played during Music Armageddon. It's a really solid set. It shows the diversity of the band. Up and coming, I'm probably going to get flack because I'm not 100% sure, but the biggest thing that pops in my head is our New Year's Eve show. It's a little bit further away from good old Cecil, but it's well worth the trip. We're going to be playing at the Blue Earl Brewery in Smyrna, Delaware, with one of our favorite bands who is actually in Music Armageddon with us, Hoochie Coochie. Now that is, they're soulful. They rock the house, and they were nice enough to invite us out to play New Year's Eve with them. So that's the big show that is coming to mind right now. We just got done playing at the World Cafe with a couple of days. TJ Smith and the Wild North, all those guys are really fantastic.
We're looking forward to hearing you play a song for us tonight.
Yeah, I play one of the original ones. It's a little different without the band. I like to dance around a little bit and play the electric, but bring it back to the roots of originally writing the song, and that's been a bit of a process in itself.
We're looking forward to hear it. I'm looking forward to maybe having you and the rest of the band come back to Cecil Weekly or Discover Cecil some point in the future.
That would be fantastic. We'd like to all of us jam out.
Best of luck to you. Let's hear it.
Thanks, Rob.
Remember when we danced all night long, threw 'em back like they were going out of style. A time in our lives, nothing was wrong. Haven't had that feeling in a great long while. Once in a great long while, you remember the day. Once in a great long while, you'll still feel the pain. Once in a great long while, your heart will heal. Once in a great long while, you find a love that's real, yeah. Oh. Whoa, whoa. Remember when we wrote down that song? I played guitar, you sung with your soul. Sweet autumn scent filled the room. Then it all went away much too soon. Once in a great long while, you remember the day. Once in a great long while, you'll still feel the pain. Once in a great long while, your heart will heal. Once in a great long while, you find a love that's real, yeah. Oh, oh, whoa, oh. Remember when we said our goodbyes? Haven't hurt so bad in my whole damn life. Yesterday's gone, so we welcome tomorrow. Maybe then we won't feel so much sorrow. Once in a great long while, you remember the day. Once in a great long while, you'll still feel the pain. Once in a great long while, your heart will heal. Once in a great long while, you find a love that's real. A love that's real.